We're on the road with Mickey, we're gonna have some fun. Regardless of the rain or sun, our trip has just begun. So buckle up, let's go, we're about to start the show. And maybe if you like us, you'll see where else we'll go. Hi everybody, I'm Sophie, he's Mike, and she's Brenda, and welcome to On the Road with Mickey. If you're returning for another adventure with us, welcome back. We are so glad you have returned safely. And if this is your first episode with us and you're new here, welcome. It's so nice to meet you, and I'm going to show you the reins today. First up, we have our Cheddar from the Big Cheese, which is basically our Disney news snippets. And then after that, we have our feature topic, which is what we talk about for most of the episode. And then after that, we have our This Day in Disney History, brought to you by me. And after that is our game of Who's Who, and that is brought to you by Mike, my dad. Oh, fair warning, I'm almost never wrong when it comes to this game. I almost always win it. And then after that, Brenda will be giving us a quote from the big man himself, Walt Disney, and it's just going to be amazing. So buckle up, keep your hands, arms, feet, and legs inside the car at all times. Make sure you're safe, fasten your seatbelts, all that good stuff, and we will see you on the road. It's time to get going. Let's go!
Hey everyone, I'm Mike, and she's Sophie,
And she's Brenda.
Hi, everyone.
and he's Grogu, and we're on the road with Mickey. This is episode 105 for January 17th, 2022, and we are ranking the new attractions this week. We are looking at all the attractions from Remy's Ratatouille Adventure through the Avatar Flight of Passage and Navi River Journey um, sequence of attractions that opened. And we are ranking them from our favorite down to, or from our worst favorite to our favorite. And this is going to be a hard thing. It took me quite a bit to figure it all out and figure out which one I like best. But anyway, that is our feature topic. Before we get going, though, I have some updates from last week. You know, we did our ranking last week on the Disney coasters, which was hard in and of itself.
That's true.
It was very hard.
And we did a poll in the Facebook group, and it's still up, so you can go vote if you haven't voted. But we asked people what their favorite Disney coaster is. And the voting was back and forth. It was coming and going, and it was fun. But right now, the lead is Expedition Everest, and it's starting to grow a little bit, starting to stretch a little bit.
Yeah.
Seven Dwarfs Mine Train is second, and Rock and Roller Coaster is third.
Oh. And how many of us three chose Expedition Everest as our favorite?
Raise your hand.
I remember when Daddy gave me the midweek progress report on the poll, so to speak.
Yeah.
And the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train was actually in the lead at that point in time, and I was like,
I know.
What blasphemy is this? What heresy?
Yeah, I know, right? It was crazy that it was ahead, and I'm like, what are you all doing here?
Exactly.
But it's a sweet ride, though.
Oh, it is a good ride.
Great ride, but
it is not Expedition Everest.
Exactly. Exactly.
So, for all of you listening, you know, we know that Expedition Everest is closed right now. So go, if you need an Expedition Everest fix, go YouTube it, find it, watch it like 100 times, and whoever's video that is, they will love you for it.
That's right. And thank y'all so much for joining the poll and
yes.
commenting. We really appreciate that.
Yeah. And then we also talked about Sophie's first experience with Splash Mountain
We
and
did
and
indeed.
how she almost broke her mom's arm.
Good thing we didn't get a picture from that one.
No, but we also talked about her latest
We
when she
did.
was just rocking it. And I have a picture to share of Sophie sitting in the very front of her last episode with Splash Mountain, just really rocking it out. Look at this picture. Look at her, front of the car, arms up,
Yay!
going down the drop.
All
Not a
right.
fear in her face
That's
at all.
fantastic.
And
So much fun.
I think because Sophie did it, the family that was behind her, some of them got the courage to do it too
Yeah.
and lift their arms.
I love it. That is awesome.
So great picture,
Look
Sophie.
how far you've come.
Aw.
Yep. So, but that is all the updates I have for this week. And we actually have some cheddar from the Big Cheese too. And
Yep.
Let's go, Big Cheese.
big cheese cheddar for me was that on January 9th, we reported in the Facebook group, the Voices of Liberty returned to the rotunda inside of the American Adventure Pavilion. And that is huge news because it used to be you go into the pavilion and you could listen to them before the American Adventure show that they had.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't there with the COVID, and now they're back. So
Goodness.
if you have never listened to them, next time you're at Epcot, you need to make it a point to catch one of their shows. You will not be disappointed.
That's for sure. They're just wonderful.
That is
Yeah.
amazing.
It's exciting. I'm so excited for it.
Yay.
All right. Well, my piece of cheddar is to do with Disney Plus, of course, and it is huge news regarding the newest upcoming Pixar movie, Turning Red. Disney and Pixar announced that the movie will premiere exclusively on Disney Plus, not in theaters due to COVID concerns. It will now premiere exclusively in homes worldwide on Disney Plus beginning Friday, March 11th.
So about
Awesome.
2 months from now.
Yeah.
I was looking
Fantastic.
forward to seeing it on the big screen,
Me too.
but I'm just glad that I will get to see it, period, in the upcoming months. I have been waiting for this movie.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
glad they're not going to just delay it. I'm glad they're going to go ahead and release it on Disney Plus. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I have just a little reminder that the Epcot International Festival of the Arts opened up on the 14th and it runs through February 21st. Are you going to be in town during that period? If so, please, 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 we would love it if you would share some photos with us. Just send them via any of our ways to connect with us, which are listed below in the show notes. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everybody. And yeah, we love to see the photos of people at the parks. And it
Absolutely.
is just so much fun. So
It makes our day.
it does. So please feel free to share with us. And that, outside of the ways you can connect with us, which are in the show notes, like Brenda mentioned, that takes us to our feature topic of ranking the new attractions. And like I was saying, for the purposes of our ranking, we are listing these attractions as qualifying for our new attractions list. And I have the opening dates listed in parentheses. We have Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, which opened on October 1, 2021. We have Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which opened March 4th, 2020. We have Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, which opened December 5th, 2019. Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run, which opened August 29th, 2019. Slinky Dog Dash, opening on June 30th, 2018. Avatar Flight of Passage and Navi River Journey both opened on May 27th, 2017.
Wow.
We debated Frozen Ever After and Slinky Dog, and Seven Dwarfs, but we decided those had been open just a little bit too long for this list. So there's 7 attractions, and we are going to rank them from our least favorite to our most favorite. Because I'm not going to say there's any we don't like
Yes,
necessarily.
Yeah.
definitely.
We like them all to some extent. It's just a matter of splitting hairs and figuring out which one we like best. So,
Mhm.
Yeah.
so Brenda, you take it away.
Oh, I'm starting. My
You're
number
the
7.
start. Number 7.
Well, like Mike said, we all really like all of these. So it's not like there's one we don't like and then we're just going to fill in. We like them all, but we do have to somehow rank them. So here we go.
Mm-hmm.
My number 7 is the Navi River Journey.
I
Hmm.
can understand that.
To me, I'm sorry, it's beautiful in there, but it's a boat ride and it's the least active. It's the least fun to me. I mean, it's a slow boat ride. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
That's all. I like
Yeah.
it. You have to
Yeah.
choose something.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
I
mean,
get it.
I agree what you're saying, but at the same time, I like it a little bit more than my number 7, and the people, when they hear about this, are going to, they are going to be so shocked with me. I am being controversial with this,
Oh
and
my
I am
goodness,
being brazen about it.
girl.
But
Okay.
I was not impressed with Remy's Ratatouille adventure.
Sacrilege. Oh my God. Listen to that.
Yes, yes, go ahead. Burn me at the stake. I'm a heretic, Bloody Mary. I,
No, we're not going to that degree. Remember, it's Disney. There is no wrong answer at Disney.
That's
mm,
right. Everything is subjective. That's why no one should allow someone else to choose anything for them for their trip. You plan your trip
Exactly.
on your own. Don't let anyone talk you out of any rides or anything like that
yeah,
because you
Yep.
may love something that someone else didn't like.
yeah,
Exactly.
you're right, you're right.
But I will say, there's not a but. It's a however. I like it more. So there you go. That's all
Yeah,
that
and
matters.
that's fine.
Yep,
Yeah.
That's really fine.
that is.
It was anticlimactic to me. Though maybe this is because I have not seen the movie Ratatouille recently and it was based heavily on the movie. I just, I wasn't a fan of it.
Well,
It was overhyped in my opinion.
there you go.
There
Yeah.
I
you go.
like I like it, and I'll talk about why later because it's not number 7 on my list.
Yeah.
All
Number
right.
7 on my list is Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. No, I'm just kidding. It's not on my list.
That one's not
Okay.
even on this list. That one's too old.
Seven.
Oh,
My
that's
number
sad.
7 is Slinky Dog Dash
Oh, I know why.
because I've never ridden it, so
Exactly.
it's
Yeah.
immediately got to go at the bottom of the list.
Oh, we
Yes, and you
can't
need to
blame him
put
for
that in
that.
parentheses in case someone reads the show notes without listening to the full episode and they don't realize that Slinky is at the bottom of your list because you haven't written it.
I will definitely put that in the show notes.
Because Slinky's
And
definitely a good one.
just like our roller coasters, the rankings will change over time, and
Yeah.
I fully expect that once I ride Slinky, it'll probably change.
Yep.
For me,
Or it
it
might
was
not.
I haven't ridden it because of the lines, and
Yeah.
I'm too impatient for that right now.
Yeah.
So that's number 7 on my list.
Well, I can
But
understand that. I mean, you
you
haven't
know,
written it. I mean, that's a perfect number 7 when you haven't written it, huh?
yeah,
That was
Yeah.
easy for you. That was the only easy one, I bet.
it was the only easy one. And that takes us to number
Uh,
6, Brenda.
Oh my gosh. My number 6 is Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run.
Oh my
Mm.
gosh.
I had to choose a 6. Um, I don't know what to tell you. I
Um,
I was warned because of my kind of motion problems to not sit as the captain because of the view, and I listened to everyone who said that, and I sat in the back. I did fine, but I had to choose a 6, and I didn't enjoy that one as much as the other 5. So that's it.
Yeah.
And as soon as you said it, and I was like, what? And then I started thinking about, your motion things, and that actually makes a lot of sense as to why.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, sitting back there, I didn't have any kind of problem. So just in case anyone's listening that does have that, I didn't have any kind of problem. I just didn't enjoy the ride as much as the others.
Yeah.
Now, you
Yeah.
haven't been a captain of a smuggler's run if you haven't done both at the same time, like I tried to do. Because there were only Cindy, Sophie, and I on that one, and it was kind of hard to do both.
Oh, just imagine us trying to do Chewy mode on just 3 of us.
Yeah,
Oh,
that wouldn't
yeah.
work, would it?
Oh,
Nope.
the cast member got so upset with me trying to do Chewy mode. He was like, fasten your seatbelt. Fasten your seatbelt. I'm like, I'm trying to push the buttons first.
Oh.
Oh gosh.
Oh, God, what can you do? Priorities, people.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Yeah, safety first, I guess. Unless it's Chewy mode.
Yeah.
Oh, good one, Brenda.
Oh,
What about you, Sophie? What's number 6 on your list?
My number 6 is one that Brenda will not be nearly as appalled about, and that's because my number 6 is Navi River Journey. I told you I liked it a little bit more than my number 7, which will not be named to keep the peace. I really liked it. I liked being immersed in that fantastical world.
Oh, yeah.
It was too short,
Oh,
and that's why it's number 6.
all right.
okay.
That's a good reason.
Yeah, it was too
actually an
short.
awesome reason.
Yeah,
Very good. That's a good choice.
Because you're right. As far as boat rides go, it's the Animal Kingdom version of It's a Small World, but It's a Small World is feels like an hour-long ride sometimes, depending on
Yeah.
how you
Oh,
like the
yeah.
music or not.
Yeah.
yeah,
And
Yeah, a lot more to see in that one.
and Navi River Journey is not, and but it's also number 6 on my list, Sophie. So
Oh,
high five.
twinsies. All right, you guys.
And
father like daughter.
yeah,
That's right.
but I love how, like Sophie mentioned, it feels like it just draws you right into it, and you're
Yeah,
at the world. You're in that world,
Yeah.
So to me, it's really cool.
It's beautiful. And if if you're one of those people that gets up at the crack of dawn and heads to the park right away and, stays
Oh,
and then leaves
definitely
out in the
ride it.
afternoon, definitely change up your play for one day, go to the pool in the daytime, and then head to Animal Kingdom in the evening because Pandora is gorgeous at night.
Oh yeah, yeah,
absolutely.
Beautiful.
yeah.
Got to
So,
try it.
Yeah.
so number 6 for me is also Navi River Journey.
Good
So
choice.
All right. Number
Brenda?
5.
Yeah, I'm on
Brenda,
number 5.
Number 5.
Okay, well, my number 5 ended up being Remy's Ratatouille Adventure.
Oh, and you gave me slack about having
Well,
it lower.
but it's only because I liked the top 4 better. It's not
Hey.
for any reason other than the other 4 beat Remy's out. I
Well.
liked it. I thought it was very cute. I love the movie Ratatouille, so I'm really glad they brought that into the park, but it's still, to me, it's not as good as the other 4 on my list. So that's it.
Well, did you hear Sophie?
Yeah, I did. You're 3 down for me, girl. That's a big, I don't know. You actually had something negative to say. I have
No.
nothing negative to say about that ride whatsoever.
And,
Just
and
the other
here's
4
here's the headline. BrendaPlans.com says says Remy's Ratatouille adventure is in her top 5 rides at
That's
Disney.
right. That's right. Top 5 new rides.
At Disney. There's a blog post, Brenda.
There you go. I'm writing it down because, I'm way behind on writing.
But anyway, no wrong answers at Disney.
That's right.
That's
Yep.
my mantra.
Yay. What is your number 5, Sophie?
My number 5 has got to be Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run.
Oh.
And my reason why is because it's a lot like Mission Space, but with a longer line.
That's true.
Yeah.
If I wanted to have an interactive adventure, and yes, I love Smuggler's Run, don't get me wrong, but if I wanted to go have an interactive space adventure, then I could just go over to Epcot and walk right on to Mission Space. Orange line, I did the orange line. I didn't even feel different from the green one.
Okay.
Oh, really? That's good to know.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the only thing that felt different was it was harder to move my hands. That's the only
Because of
thing.
the
You couldn't
because of
feel
the
yourself spinning. You could just feel the pressure sort of
Okay.
trapping you into the seat. But that felt good. It felt more secure, actually.
Interesting. Okay.
Either way, I'm going on a tangent here. If I wanted an interactive space adventure, I could just go to Mission Space and walk right on because it's never a longer than a 10-minute line.
Yeah.
That's right.
You're
And
right.
Smuggler,
I think that's a great reason.
yeah.
That is
if
a
you're going to
really
pick a
good
reason, that's a great one.
That
Yeah,
is a
I'll leave
really
the
good reason.
smuggling and the Falcon to Han and Chewie.
There you go.
And your dad,
Yeah.
because he loves Smuggler's Run.
Well,
And
speaking of
And-
Dad,
And
And-
because he can't fit into the Mission Space containers anymore.
Oh, I don't know. I can.
It is very tight in there, Daddy.
Okay. Well,
Sorry.
changing the subject.
yeah.
Sorry.
What are your number 5, Mike?
I was going to say that I will ride the orange level with you once next time we go
Oh.
to see what I think of
I'm
it.
sorry. I'm sorry I made you feel bad.
But anyway, my number 5 is going to shock you guys
Oh, really?
because I expect that this is near the top of both of your lists.
Oh.
Oh.
And my number 5 is Avatar Flight of Passage.
He's off the show, Soph. He's off the show.
I am the
The big
technical help
cheese.
only. I am
Big
not
cheese
to
is
be
full of
seen.
holes.
It's Swiss cheese, huh? Just like that bobsled last week. I will tell you though,
Oh,
I have a legit reason.
Okay,
and
gotta
the
hear it.
legit reason comes
Yeah.
down to my size and
Yeah.
buckling into the what is it, Banshee? Is that what
Yeah.
we're riding?
That's
Yeah.
Is
right.
a lot harder for them to do for me than it is for Sophie and Cindy. So it tends
You're
to I
right.
tend to feel it in my back a little bit more. But I love the ride. It's just a matter of, I'm
The
not
vehicle.
I'm not healthy enough to be able to ride a Banshee in real life, evidently.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that's my reason. And that's why it's number 5.
all right. Well, that's a good
Yeah.
reason.
So
Oh,
I was
Moving
also
on.
going to say that with regards to Smuggler's Run and the lines, when we were there July 2020 and Rise of the Resistance was not open, but there was no one there, we walked right on to Smuggler's Run like 2 or 3
Yeah.
times during that trip.
Oh yeah.
there was nobody
Yeah, we
there.
And
I'm
it was
so jealous
awesome.
of that trip.
It was awesome.
It was awesome. Yeah.
So there you go.
And then we haven't done that since.
It's wonderful, though. Boy, I'm so jealous of that trip.
I wish you could have been there.
Me too. God, what an awesome time.
Yeah, that was a great trip.
Yeah.
Back to lists. We're up to number 4. It's the final 4.
We are up to number 4, and this was okay. 4, 3, 2, 1. No, you know what? 1 wasn't hard. 2 wasn't even hard. 3 and 4 were hard for me. And I ended up, you're going to be surprised. I ended up with Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Wow.
I know you're surprised. It was extremely hard for me. I love that ride.
Yeah.
It is so cute. I love that ride. I have no reason why it's number 4. Just the other 3 ended up winning out. It's really cute. I love it. I don't have anything bad to say about it.
And just for the record, to everyone listening, these are not rides that, because it's number 4 on Brenda's list, she's not going to ride it. It's still going to be every trip. She's still going to ride it.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
it's
I know
going to
where
be
you're
one of those
coming from.
TTAs. It's going to be like the TTA. Like the TTA doesn't have a thrill factor, but it's first. I mean, it's right first or second every trip. This is kind of like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
All
Sophie,
right. My number 4.
Number 4 on your list.
And this is for the exact same reason that Miss Brenda put for her number 4. The only difference is that it's a different ride. But this is my number 4 because the other 3 just won out. They were just better to me. My number 4 is Slinky Dog Dash.
Okay. It's number 7 on my list.
Yeah. And I have a feeling it's probably Miss Brenda's number 1.
No.
Oh.
I don't think it is.
It would have been funny if it was.
No.
Yeah.
All right, then. Well, it's my number 4. I loved riding it. It was very, very fun. The line was so long, but that's okay. It was worth it that time. And I love it, but the other ones are better.
Yeah. That's what it comes down to.
That's it.
That's what it really comes down to.
Yep.
And number 4 for me is Millennium Falcon Smugglers Run. For many of the same reasons that Sophie mentioned, that in the end, it's the Star Wars version of Mission Space. You know, you're there, you're punching buttons and doing things, but but it's higher than Mission Space by a long shot because it's the dang Millennium Falcon.
Right.
You know?
If you say so, Daddy, I've never considered myself to be a smuggler.
Well, even still, even if you're just a passenger on the Smuggler. But anyway, I love it. But there are 3 ahead that I like better. And number 4, and this is crazy because remember, I used to say I like Smuggler's Run better than Rise of the Resistance. Remember?
Oh my gosh, that was funny.
You must have been sleepwalking or sleep talking or something. I don't know what you having a nightmare.
No, it's on the show. Find it in one of the notes, one of the episodes somewhere. But it's not the case now. So
well, there you go. That's why we just update these lists because we do change.
Yeah.
Yep.
And now we are in bronze medal. Bronze medal.
Yeah, we're
Who's your bronze
contenders.
medal?
Well, because it was so hard to choose between this one and Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway, which are kind of both tied for 3, really. But this one is my number 3, Slinky Dog Dash.
See, I would put Mickey and Minnie ahead of Slinky
they
Dog.
both were. They could have both been 3, but I had to have a 4. So
yeah,
what can I say? Slinky Dog Dash, my number 3.
Well, see, Daddy, we know you would have put Mickey and Minnie above Slinky Dog Dash because Slinky Dog Dash is your number 7.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying is, if I'm Brenda, Brenda's list should have been Slinky Dog 4 and Mickey and Minnie 3. Just saying.
It didn't end up that way, though.
No.
Nope. I
She's
ended up
like-
taking the roller coaster over the. Yeah. What can you do? I mean,
She's like, Mike, I've got a scientific formula that came up with, and Mickey and Minnie was 9.87, and Slinky Dog was 9.92, and that's it. So there you go. So leave it alone, Mike.
Oh. What am I to do with you people?
With me, it's not
Well-
Brenda. It's your dad.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're fine, Miss Brenda.
Aunt
You're
Brenda's
right.
perfect.
Thank you. Well,
Yeah.
Sophie has to share her number 3.
My
We're
number
getting down to
3.
the nitty gritty.
Yeah, this one. Oof. These 3 were probably my absolute most difficult to sort out. But my number 3 is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway.
Wow.
So
we're
Miss
the
Brenda
opposite.
and I basically switched.
Yep. But because they're both, I mean, they're basically both tied for 3, right? I mean, they're like, I mean, they're
3A
so
and
close.
3B.
Kinda.
Slightly. There's slightly more of a difference between these two than there was for you. Slightly. I just really like it because, well, I just think it's so cool the way they did it. They made 2-dimensional characters and they turned them into 3-dimensional things. And of course, this is the only ride that has Daisy on it, and me loving my mother so much, of course, I would adore this ride on her behalf.
Yay. It's
Daisy
so
is
cute.
Daisy is
for the win,
probably
huh?
my favorite part of that entire movie is dancing with Daisy.
I love the dancing sequence. So cute.
Yeah.
So
Great.
cute.
Good stuff.
All right, Daddy.
Daddy. My number 3, Sophie and Brenda,
Uh,
is
Mhm.
Duh.
Remy's Ratatouille
Ooh,
Adventure.
it made it right up there.
Mm.
I loved that ride. I loved it, loved it, loved it. I will ride it every time. Part of me is super stoked that I don't have to worry about getting
Yeah,
a virtual queue,
for sure.
Yeah.
that I can go there and wait in line now if I want to.
Yeah, you get to wait just like
Yeah.
Slinky.
Hmm. So to me, that's a positive. I don't know, maybe it's not, but to me it is, because when we got, I woke up at 6:45. I got our virtual queue for the 6 of us because we went with Sheila, Jake, and Randy, and so I made it for 6, and we got it, and we went to our time to do it, and we still waited for quite a while before we actually got on.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like that made, waiting in line like nothing, we still waited in line. But I really like how the Imagineers did such a great job of transforming you from what I always thought of as I'm at Epcot in the France Pavilion. And now when I'm going to ride Remy, I am in Paris
Oh yeah.
and I am approaching Gusteau's, and I'm like, it's like, whoa, you know?
Yeah.
And I really,
Whoa is right.
and it reminded me of the movie to the point that I picked it up and watched it on Disney Plus. And Sophie, go watch it. It is such a great, it was so refreshing to watch it again.
It is so
So-
All
great.
right.
So
So
great.
go watch it.
I bought
All right.
Lightning Lane access and walked right on.
Oh, wow.
That was the one I bought
Wow.
Lightning Lane for at Epcot.
Do you remember what you paid for it? I think you said before, but I don't remember.
I don't remember. $9? I don't remember. I don't
Yeah.
don't take me in my word.
But not like you paid $35 a person or something like that.
No, and there was only 2 of us, so there were 6 of y'all. So there's
Yeah.
everything's kind of.
And we were there before Lightning Lane and Genie Plus. So we
Yeah.
couldn't have done that even if we wanted to.
Yeah.
But anyway, Remy
choice.
is number 3 on my list.
All right. So we're getting down to the nitty-gritty now.
Yes, we are.
Yep.
Number two.
Number
What
two
is
for
my number
Brenda.
two? My number two, and only because number one edged out is Avatar Flight of Passage.
Wow.
Ooh.
Love that ride. Cannot say enough good stuff about that. That is the closest thing to heaven I have ever felt like I've seen in my life with my eyes, and I love it.
You know, and you remember when it opened and it was like, remember, Sophie? I was telling you, it was like 240-minute standby line.
Oh yeah.
What
Yeah.
was that? 4 hours and people
Yes.
were waiting.
Yes.
And I was like, there ain't no way I'm standing in. Sophie, if you want it, you can stand in line. I ain't standing in line that long. I don't
But do
think
you
I would
remember
now.
the feeling the first time you rode that ride and
Oh,
how
yeah.
far apart it was from every other ride at Disney?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And
Just amazing.
it was like I had my own personal
Heaven.
Soarin'.
Yeah.
It was my
It's like
own
the heaven.
personal Soarin'. Like I was soaring like on the ride, but it was like I was by myself. And
Yeah.
until I looked over and saw all the people around me, and I was like, okay, I feel a little bit better now.
Yeah. Yeah. Just
But
beautiful.
yeah, it is an awesome ride. Oh, it's
Yep.
such an awesome ride.
Well, it's my number
Absolutely.
two, only because number one edged out, but
I wonder what number one is.
fantastico.
Oh yeah. The issue now I have a bone to pick with you though, Miss Brenda, because not only did you steal my number 2 and my number 1, but you also stole my words for describing my number 2 because my number 2 is also Flight of Passage, and you said it is my own personal heaven. Well, guess what? That's exactly how I feel.
I have a feeling that quite a lot of people feel the same way about that ride.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, Flight
Such
of
a good ride.
Passage. Oh.
I agree with that sentiment right there.
If I could pay someone to just let me not get off the ride, just keep on going through it, and maybe make it so that the ride doesn't stop and you get the feeling of, oh, I'm back in this room with the fake Banshee bike that I'm riding on. If I could just have someone replay that sequence on loop without stopping for a day, I don't care how much it costs, I would spend the entire world's riches to get it.
That's right. I also think if we could play that on the TV at night before we go to sleep, we might actually sleep.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Oh, gosh. That's the closest thing to flying that there is. And it makes you wonder, what would it be like if I could fly? That's why I want to go hang gliding so much.
Really?
Yeah, that'd be fun for
That's the
people who
first
really
I've
want
heard
to
of
do
it.
that.
Oh, Mommy's heard tons of it, Daddy. It's just been a
Okay.
while since I brought it up because I know the answer will always be no.
Not necessarily.
It'll be no right now. We don't have the
Okay.
money.
Well, it's your call.
Eh.
Remember, you're a working girl, so you've got
Yeah.
that job.
Working girl.
You're working 9 to 5. What a
Doing
way
a
to
great
make a living.
job.
Yeah.
I'm seeing pictures.
Oh yeah, we've seen the pictures. Maybe we'll show the cake pictures next week.
Yay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, we're on to your dad's number two. I'm curious to know what that is.
I
Mm.
am going to tell you, we are not going to all have the same number one.
Oh.
My
Daddy.
number 2 is Rise of the Resistance, just like that picture. And
Daddy.
it's Rise of the Resistance only because my number 1 I like.
We know what it is
more.
now because you've covered all the rest.
Yeah, of course. But, Rise of the Resistance is so immersive.
Yeah.
I'm a rebel. I was the rebel spy on Star Tours before. You are a
You're a rebel spy on this podcast too.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Evidently. I am helping out, trying to defeat the First Order, trying to, you know, do what I can for the cause.
Yep.
Um,
You the man.
and it's really cool, and it's very, very immersive.
Yeah.
So,
But speak for yourself, Daddy.
but it's number 2.
Yeah. Speak for
Mhm.
yourself.
That's right.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
number 1.
Yeah, let's get
Brenda.
on to the correct answers, Miss Brenda.
That's right. My number
Whatever.
1, and I am not alone, is Rise of the Resistance. Rise of the Resistance is more than a ride. It's an
Yeah.
experience. It's a long-lasting, multifaceted, awesome, multi-dimensional experience. Got a little hint of Tower of Terror in it, itty bitty, but enough to where it's a thrill, and it's just awesome. So it's number 1. What about you, Sophie?
Absolutely.
And yet, it is not
Daddy?
your all-time favorite ride.
It is not. It is not my all-time favorite ride. I
Despite
can't imagine that will ever change.
despite all that it's got going for you, it's
Yep.
still not your all-time favorite ride.
That's right.
Oh boy.
Sophie, is this one your all-time favorite ride?
Now you know that is a trick question because there is no way,
Innocent me is just wants to know.
there is no way to decide on an all-time favorite ride when it comes to Disney.
I have one. I've had it for years.
Ooh.
Tower of Terror is Brenda's all-time favorite ride.
Yep.
Now you see Tower of Terror is up there for me.
But it's not your
But-
all-time favorite.
How am I supposed to choose?
Well,
I
you
don't
chose
know.
number 1, a great choice in this one.
Well, yeah, but that's because I was given a limited scope.
That's true.
Ah.
That's what
So-
made this easy for me.
Yeah. I think that's much easier too than trying to think of all of them.
Oh,
Even the
yeah.
ones that have come and gone.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's a podcast down the road.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. We're
Just
gonna
wait.
just wait, people. We're gonna do that episode, and then you guys are gonna be like, "Oh my gosh, are they okay? They seem to be slipping into the void of their subconsciouses here. Oh gosh, how do we bring them back, guys? Please, please come back."
Okay.
Well, what's your favorite part of Rise of Resistance?
What
My
is that your favorite, Sophie?
That is my number 1. Yes.
Okay. Just
I've
making
talked
sure.
about everything else on the list. So, yes, my favorite ride on this list is Rise of the Resistance.
Okay.
And my favorite part is, like Miss Brenda said, it's the immersive experience. And also, I am a huge Star Wars nerd, except for Smugglers Run, but that's okay. So there is this guy at my church. His name is Kevin. He runs the praise
Kevin is
band.
awesome.
Yeah, I call him Grandmaster Jedi because I respect him that much.
Oh, cool.
Even though I'm pro the Empire and therefore Jedi are my enemy. Oh well, never mind that. I respect him a lot. And sometimes after the service, it was especially around Christmas time because Christmas time is Star Wars time. Let's just be honest. That's when all the movies were released recently, is always around Christmas time. So we got to talking about Star Wars and we got into it. We were both careening through the stars of Star Wars. And
Yeah.
we spent like 10 minutes just talking there on the stage, explaining why we loved Star Wars so much. And Rise of the Resistance has to take the things that I love about Star Wars and just roll with them. It makes them real.
How's she?
Everything okay?
Yes.
Okay, sorry. It looked like you were.
I'm
Never-
sorry. We have so much going on.
Oh, I see.
Sorry.
I was like, is something wrong? Okay, anyway. And just I'll wrap this up really quickly and say it's my favorite because it's immersive and it makes me feel like I'm actually a part of the story, which is what I have always wanted. The only issue is that while Daddy says he's there to help the resistance, sorry, Daddy, I'm a First Order spy. Long live the Empire. All we need is a different person than Palpatine to rule it. Yeah,
Dum da dum dum.
rebel scum. And
Changing.
Grogu agrees with me.
Grogu does
knows
not agree with you.
Yes, he does. He knows I'll protect him.
Any child of Yoda is not about the Empire.
This is not a child of Yoda. It's just a member of his species. We covered this in the Mandalorian episode.
He is the child of Yoda.
He is not. Yoda was far too young to have a kid when he died.
Don't fight a losing battle. Is that what you're saying, Brenda?
Yeah, we can go into a lot of debate about this, but we have to start wrapping it up. So, Daddy, what is your incorrect number one?
Oh. I will tell you that number one on my list is Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. I will tell you why it is number one, because Mommy's favorite character, Daisy Duck, is prominently featured in the attraction. Prominently.
Yeah. And she's beautiful.
And you're right, Sophie. It's the first time that I've ever seen her in an attraction.
Yeah.
Okay. And it is awesome. I will also tell you that it feels like I am drawn into like Roger Rabbit. You know, like I'm part of that movie, you know, except it's the Runaway Railway movie, and I have been inserted into a cartoon.
Yep.
And it's such a good job doing that.
True.
That it just, you feel like you're not there. You're not at Hollywood Studios anymore. You are in the motion picture. You know? And that is why, but the biggest reason with Daisy Duck inclusion, because you feel like you're part of the Star Wars world in Rise of the Resistance, but including Daisy is why it gets to number one status and Rise is number two. And those are not incorrect reasons.
That's true. Those are very good reasons.
I will admit that.
Excellent reasons.
They are correct for you.
Yes.
So that is why Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway is the undisputed number one attraction at Disney of the new attractions.
For Mike Ellis.
And that concludes our feature presentation.
Thank you for coming to the Disney Debate Club, where we discuss all different things Disney and maybe argue with each other a lot on the way.
Disney Debate Club. That sounds like a new podcast.
Oh, yeah, or maybe we should rename this one. I'll explain why for the following reasons. Blah, 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 blah. And thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
All right.
I love it.
And that takes us to this day in Disney history for January 17th.
Ooh.
All right.
Sophie,
well, I have a very
take it away.
Special one. Thank you, Daddy. I have a very special one for today, in January 17th, and this occurred in the year of 1922, and it started something amazing. But the actress, comedian, author, and one-time game show host Betty White was born in Oak Park, Illinois, though she was raised in Los Angeles. She is best known for her television roles of Sue Ann Nivens on The Mary Tyler Moore Show and Rose Nyland on The Golden Girls, a Touchstone production. She supplied the voice for Hestia in Disney's 1999 animated TV series Hercules, appeared in the 2009 Touchstone Pictures film The Proposal, and in 2010 voiced Mrs. Claus in the short Prep and Landing Stocking Stuffer Operation Secret Santa. Miss White and the cast of The Golden Girls, Beatrice Arthur, Rue
McClanahan.
McClanahan, and Estelle Getty, were all awarded honorary Disney Legend Awards in 2009. She is also the voice of Bitey White, a toy tiger in the 2019 Toy Story.
Nice.
Yep, she was awesome.
She would have been 100.
Yep. She got so close. They were already going to celebrate it, but it's okay.
Oh, yeah.
She celebrated. Oh boy, I bet she celebrated.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
I bet Heaven is currently rocking on its rockers with the party going on up there.
Yeah.
So
That's
good.
great.
Rest in
Thank you,
peace, Miss
Sophie.
Betty.
Great choice, Sophie.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right.
All right.
Well, that's all I have.
Oh, time for.
Stump the Soph.
Uh-oh.
You can try.
I don't think I will. I didn't think I would last week, so that was a pleasant surprise.
That was a surprise, period.
This character is the unofficial leader.
Unofficial leader.
Mm-hmm. This character provides a sword and a shield to another character.
Flora.
Yep, exactly.
Flora from the Three Good Fairies of Sleeping Beauty with her colleagues Fauna and Merryweather.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
very
And
good.
What's the sword? The
I
sword
do not know. I don't know the name of the sword or the
sword
shield.
of truth and the shield of virtue.
And that's
very good.
And
yeah.
I was going to say dressed in red. I wasn't going to say dressed. I was just going to say red. I didn't put that one in because I thought that would make it easier.
It would.
Very good, Sophie. Woo.
Thank you.
You rock, girl. You rock.
Yeah.
2 bits of did you know? Did you know Walt Disney's mother was named Flora?
I think I did, yes.
And in an early draft of the script, the good fairies were meant to have connections to nature, with Flora being in charge of plants and vegetation. This subplot was later dropped as it was too complicated and didn't advance the story. Which makes sense.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
I'm guessing that means Fauna was in charge of the animals and Merryweather was in charge of, well, the weather.
I guess it didn't say for them.
It kind of makes sense that it would be that way.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyway, that is my Who's Who character.
Very good, Sophie.
Thank you.
And that takes us to a little bit of Walt.
A little bit of Walt. I have a part quote today.
Okay.
Oh.
When they come here, they're coming because of an integrity that we've established over the years. And they drive hundreds of miles. I feel a responsibility to the public.
Yeah.
Man, I wish he was here today.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
He understood that he was providing a service and he needed that service to be the best it could be for the people that were coming to see it.
Yep.
And
that they deserved it.
And they deserved.
They drove miles.
If they're driving that far or coming that far, they deserve to get their money's worth, and that is absolutely true. So,
we love you all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a great quote. Thank you, Brenda.
You're welcome.
That, my friends, wraps it up for this week. Next week, we are comparing the nighttime entertainment, and here's how we're doing it. So at Magic Kingdom, the 3 most recent fireworks shows, entertainment shows, have been Wishes, and then Happily Ever After, and then the new one, Disney Enchantment. And at Epcot, the most recents have been Illuminations, Reflections of Earth, and Epcot Forever, and now Harmonious. We are going to rank them from our least favorite to our most favorite. And we're going to attempt to explain why. And that is our feature topic for next week. So,
Awesome.
everyone, get ready. Put your thinking caps on. You girls and me and everyone listening, start thinking about what's your favorite and why. Okay?
Okay.
So, we want to hear from you guys and let us know which ones you like. And that is coming up next week. Until then, we will see you on the road. We are Brenda, Sophie, Grogu, and myself, and we will
See
you on the road.
road.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.